Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to welcome to the comedy stage for the first time here at the Punchline, Stanley Roberts.
Damn, this is fucked up. This is shit you don't see me holding a drink. This is Cavassier. I don't even drink this shit. My boy brought it for me. I've been sipping on it for like 3 hours. So how many people ever seen the segment People Behaving Badly? How many people never seen it? Okay, fuck you. Anyway, so I actually created this show because I was trying to teach people. Actually, I was trying to do it so that I don't have to make that work for a living. Unfortunately, that shit didn't work out. Because all of a sudden it went from, okay, the first piece I did, people were like, oh, what the fuck was that? And it was people pissing all over San Francisco. I stood in a hotel and just shot people pissing. That's how I did it. Hey, look, he's pissing, he's pissing, he's pissing, he's pissing. And I put on TV and the phone rang like crazy, like, what the fuck? And I go, yeah. And they go, do it again. So I did it again. And then all of a sudden they were like, keep doing it. That was 12 years ago. So now, since I've been doing this shit, I've been everything from, I've had people set cars on fire in my name. It was called the Stanley Roberts, Fuck Stanley Roberts Sideshow. They actually put flyers out. They put flyers out that had Fuck Stanley Roberts Sideshow. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they were like, and we're gonna do it in his house. I'm like, these bitches don't know where I live at? I went to the police, I go, I think they're gonna do a sideshow outside my house. They go, well, do you know your address? I go, no. He goes, let me check. Stanley Roberts. Do you live at 780 Seaspray Lane? What the fuck? I'm like, how did my address end up on social media? Turns out, when you have a child, your child likes to post stuff. Hey, Daddy, can I win this? Yeah, go ahead, bro. So she does and puts my name in, and all of a sudden, that's when they sell my name, and now all of a sudden, you know, people are outside my house. So now when they do the sideshow, the police told them, don't come over here, because Foster City ain't the same as Oakland. So what they did was, they decided to have the sideshow in Oakland, and they stole a car and burned it in effigy of my name, and walked around with a, Fuck Stanley Roberts, people behaving badly. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I had never in my life seen such a thing like that where someone actually burned a car in my name. Let me get some water here, because this alcohol make me dry. So anyway, as I was saying, I can't get the bottle open. Can somebody open this shit for me? So when I do these segments, thank you. That's my honey right there. Thank you, babe. I've been drinking water all day. This is the first time I actually swallowed it. That shit ain't funny. Don't laugh, man. What do you think, I'm up here to tell jokes? But anyway, so let me tell you some of the stories I've done. How many people have actually seen the stories? You ever seen the one with the blind driver? No, I shit you not. This guy was fucking blind. And he got pulled over because he didn't stop for pedestrians. So I walk up to him and I go, dude, what's going on? He goes, nothing. I said, why'd you ignore the pedestrian? He goes, oh, well, I have a little bit of a problem. I go, okay, what's your fucking problem? He goes, well, I can't see when I'm driving. Wait a minute, what do you mean by you can't see when you're driving? Well, I have no peripheral vision. What does that mean? Well, I can't see this way or this way. I can only see this way. Now, I'm already laughing, and I never laugh. I'm saying, wait a minute. So he goes, and then he goes, yeah. When I drive, I have to cross my fingers every time I'm on the road. And I go, so apparently, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He goes, no, it's the truth. So then he didn't realize that he wasn't lying. It was so bad that he standing next to me, there was a cop telling me the whole, he's telling me the whole story, the cop was standing there. He never saw the cop stand there. And then he was surprised that the cop said, we gotta make you take your test again. And I'm thinking, I don't know if the cops, if they actually give you a peripheral test when you take your DMV test. Do they? I doubt it. The other thing is, okay, how many people here have children? Sorry to hear that. I got two. I got a 21-year-old who just graduated from Syracuse. $300,000 later. She tells me, Daddy, I'm going to Spain for 2 years. Why? She goes, because I need to find myself. I'm like, you need to find $300,000. I applying for those goddamn loans. She goes, Daddy, don't panic. They'll let me off the loans for a while. They're already calling me up to my, where's our money? You ever owed money to the government? I owed money to the IRS once, and I said, fuck you, come take it, right? I went to the bank one day and they said, oh, we froze everything. I'm like, you froze $20,000? They go, oh, yeah, the IRS says you can't have it back. So I called the IRS and I go, hey, how come you guys got my money? And they said, oh, we got your attention, don't we? I said, can I get my money back? Yep, set up a payment plan, you can have it all back. I never set up the payment plan, so, and the funny thing is, the interest for $20,000 is $20,000. How's that even possible? Anyway, back to my youngest daughter, her name is Brooke. And Brooke is interesting because she looks just like me, but she acts like her mom. She's a drama queen. And so one day we were driving in Brooke, and she's like, Daddy, can we get boba? And I said, no. Daddy, can we get boba? No. Daddy, can we get some boba? I said, no. She goes, why not? Why don't you like boba? I said, because there's no way on this earth I'm putting black balls in my mouth. She laughed for 5 minutes. I said, oh shit, I might be good at being a comedian. Father's Day, she calls me up and she says, Daddy, happy Father's Day. I said, thank you, princess. She goes, you know, technically, you should be buying me a gift. And I pause and I go, why? She says, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be a daddy. Now that's some scandalous shit if I had never seen it before in my life. I said, you know you have an older sister, right? She goes, yeah, but that doesn't matter. I'm the one that, you know. I'm like, so I actually brought my daughter a Father's Day gift. So now here's the interesting part. 3 years ago, something happened to me that changed my life completely. I had a stroke. Don't laugh, that shit ain't funny. And the funny thing is about stroke is I'm laying in bed watching TV in the morning and I tweeted out, happy anniversary, 17 years at the station I work at, crying. And I'm thinking, this is great. So I put the phone down, I'm like, okay, I'll watch some more news. I'll watch Channel 2 to see what's going on. Because you never watch your own channel because you already know the news. And I went to pick the phone up to see if I had any likes. And all of a sudden, as I picked the phone up, I realized I only had 2 likes and my hand got numb. And I'm like, holy shit, I only happen to have 20 likes. And then I was like, what the fuck? So I sat up and all of a sudden my whole body went numb. Now this is the interesting part about having a stroke. You can't do shit. So I tried to call 911 because I immediately figured, oh shit, I'm having a stroke. Now in my head, I'm saying, oh shit, I'm having a stroke. But it came out with, and so I called 911, you know. Can you tell me what's going on? We can't help you until you tell us. And I'm like, I can hear myself saying it right. They just can't hear me. So I end up in the hospital. They say you had a stroke. Yeah, shit, I knew that already. And they give you this thing. They go, we can save your life. Do you want us to save your life? No, I just want to die, please. So I wake up in the hospital, and then my room is full of flowers from every police department in the Bay Area. The only problem is, I'm allergic to flowers. So my black ass, not only did I have a stroke, I developed pneumonia. So they tried to kill me twice. That shit scared the hell out of me. But the funny part was, when you have a stroke, people always seem to want to ask you stupid ass questions. What did it feel like? What did what feel like? What did it feel like to have a stroke? What kind of fucking question is that? I said, here's a good example. Don't have one. Don't have a stroke because it's not funny. It really isn't, but it actually is. Because what happened was, when you have a stroke and you're famous, and I'm not saying I'm famous, but if I were famous, you end up on social media, which is fine. Stanley Roberts had a stroke. And then you get the people who love you and the people who hate you. So the people who like you are like, you know, we want to see you do better. But then the other one's going, hey, hurry up and have another one, motherfucker. But the interesting part was not even that, was that people became Facebook doctors. You ever met a Facebook doctor? If you've never met a Facebook doctor, they diagnose everything about you. So they go and they say, you know what? You know why you had a stroke? You know why, black motherfucker? Because you're diabetic. I'm not diabetic. Oh yeah, you're diabetic. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. We know you are, because all black people are diabetic. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I finally go to the doctor. I'm going, am I diabetic? He goes, no. But you should probably stop eating a lot of whites, like, you know, rice, white bread, and white pasta. And so I also had to get rid of my white girlfriend. Because I wasn't taking no chances. But it's really fun to do what I do. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. You get to meet people who ask you the strangest things, like, what have you seen, or I'm not behaving badly. And the funny part about when they say I'm not behaving badly, usually they're behaving badly in the process. They're like, sit there and go, I'm not behaving badly. Dude, you're smoking a joint in public. You know that is actually behaving, but no, you can't tell that. Weed is weed. You can smoke weed anytime you want to. Okay, fine, you win. You win. But what gets me is that people actually tell me stuff like, you don't have the right to videotape me because I'm in public. You're in public. I can do whatever I want. How dare you tell me I can't videotape you? Okay, fine. But, you know, I'm waiting for this light to show up and it's not showing up here. But I really love what I do. They told me I get like 20 minutes and I'm like, I don't know, how far have I been going so far? I'm just kidding. But I tell you, I love being what I do because when cops pull behind me, they run my license plate. I had my girl in the car one day and we're driving through San Carlos. You know, they just stop you there because you're in San Carlos. And we're driving and all of a sudden right behind me is a sheriff car. And he's like really fucking close. And she goes, I look at her and go, oh, we're gonna get pulled over. And she goes, are you sure? And I go, yeah, we're gonna get pulled over. And so I said, no, watch this. So they're like, you see them running your plate and the thing. And I guess they go, waiting. And all of a sudden a second car comes. I go, yeah, we're getting pulled over. And then all of a sudden, I guess my name popped up on the screen. And all of a sudden the cops went, they made a complete U-turn. I've had the cops call on me 12 times, one time with the police. They said there was a BMA, which is a black male adult, that would be me, was holding an officer at gunpoint on the side of the road. So people asked me, and so we drove, and they had these new police cars that didn't allow you to, they were voice hands-free so the cops don't have to use their phones. And so he can't get the fucking car to work, so every cop's looking around for this black guy holding the cop at gunpoint. So people always ask me, so what were you holding that they thought it was a gun? I said I was taking a piss on the side of the road. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stanley Roberts.